Discuss. We are pleased to bring into the conversation Robert Sanders, who is a distinguished lecturer of national security from the Henry C. Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Sciences at the University of New Haven. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
How will you remember Dexter Scott King?
Well, I'll remember as a man who moved forward in life to try to bring about the positiveness that his father tried to instill in the United States of America. In his life, as a man who believed passionately in some of the causes that his father fought and died for, who supported his mother's thoughts on those issues after his father died, a man who in his own right became an animal rights activist, believed in veganism, and went out on his own, sometimes differing with his siblings, but reconciled with them in order to move forward and bring their father's memory and his intent in the world to life.
What do we know about how he mended with his siblings?
Well, there was some, issues as you in some families have about the estate and things that were being involved in the estate. There was an issue about who should have the Nobel Prize medal and other things. But as on that last point, asking President Jimmy Carter was one of the mediators to help work that out.
Fascinating. In what ways did Dexter King carry on his father's legacy and create his own through his civil rights activism? You mentioned animal activism as well.
Yes, he believed in veganism, and he believed that not only should we treat each other right, we should treat all beings in a certain way, with peace, love, care, and kindness, and that include the animals that survive and thrive around us.
When we talk about some of his most notable accomplishments, what would you say were some of his more notable accomplishments?
Well, some of the most interesting ones were that he actually portrayed his father in a movie, The Rosa Parks Story, and that he was the voice of his father in an animated short that actually was nominated for an Emmy.
When we talk about the future of the King Center, where do we feel like the King Center is headed? What does the future of the center look like?
Well, the King Center is one of the things that in the United States should stand for DEI, diversity, inclusion, and equity. Excuse me, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Sorry about that. And there's a force across the nation right now fighting those type of activities, fighting for America to actually live out its true promise, as Dr. King talked about, fighting for the United States to treat all its citizens equally, or at least equitably. And you see it in Congress. You see it in many of the initiatives. You saw it in the removal of the president of Harvard University and in other ways. So the King Center and other institutions like the King Center still remain in that fight. It lost some of its relevance over the years, but hopefully in this troubling time in which we find ourselves, it may be able to come back.
You know, it's been discussed often, prostate cancer. What do we know about Dexter's fight over the past few years?
It has an extraordinary, outlandish number of African-American men fail to get diagnosed in an early age and pass away from that particular cancer. Prostate cancer is one of the most deadly cancers in our society. And he had a valiant fight. And he fought that fight fairly privately and silently.
We will remind our viewers that coming up at 6:30 Eastern Time, we will be carrying this remembrance service in full with our partners at Fox 5 in Atlanta. And Robert, we appreciate your time today. Take care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's slide away for a really quick commercial break. Much more to get to tonight. As we mentioned, Fox 5 Atlanta, we will be dipping into their coverage. They will be covering this remembrance ceremony at Ebenezer Baptist Church in full. No commercial breaks throughout the entire thing. We will be carrying that on LiveNOW from Fox as well. Let's take that commercial break. We'll be right back.